All right, in today's lesson, you're going to review some stuff dealing with rate of change, which you have talked about in Unit 5. You focused on it in 5.1 and 5.2. Remember that rate of change is just the same as slope. Okay, so with today's lesson, you're going to do the same thing you would do when you're finding the slope. All right, so in the first IXL, which I have opened up here, we can go through a couple of questions together. You want to make sure that you're reading your questions, reading all the words. So we've got this financial aid office at Pratt University produced an internal report on the number of students receiving scholarships. We have this table where we have the years and where we have our students. It says, according to the table, what was the rate of change, which remember is just the same thing as slope, between 2016 and 2017. So when you're doing these questions, you want to make sure you identify what part of your table you should be looking at. So in this case, you need to look at 2016 and 2017. Okay, and then you can just find your slope, which, if you recall, your slope formula is y minus y over x minus x. So you're just looking to see how they change. So what you want to do is you want to take your larger year. So we want to come over here and we want to look at the x's. We see that 2017 is the larger one. So you're going to start with that y value, no matter what it is. Even if this is a smaller one, you start with this y value. So we're going to take 81 minus the smaller x value, which is not necessarily the smaller y value. So our smaller year and then our larger year and then our smaller year. So 81 minus 80. And then on the bottom, well, how many years difference is there between 2016 and 2017? There's just one. Or you could do 2017 minus 2016 in the bottom. It'll get you the same answer. So then you're going to come over here and simplify. 81 minus 80 is 1. There was 1 year difference. And then reduce 1 divided by 1 is 1. So according to our table, the rate of change between those years is 1. All right, in the hopes of raising more funds for the arts education, some parents in the Hillsdale School District publicized the current per student's art education budget. We have our table here that lists all those. Sorry, this is a terrible eraser for this. I don't know if it, no, press Alt-E. Not let that, no, this is just a very, very, very small eraser to erase all of this. Let's try this instead. I'm going to minimize both of these. I can just go back and forth between the two pages. So we want to use our table and figure out the rate of change between 2008 and 2010. So we look at the larger year first, and we see that there's 68. So we're going to do 68 minus, and then our other year was 2008, which has 68. And then how many years are there between 2008 and 2010? Well, 2009, 2010, just 2 years. And then you're just going to reduce and do your division, all of that. So 68 minus 68 is 0, divided by 2 is 0. Ella spent a week at the beach and recorded the number of shells that she found each day. We have this table. It wants to know, according to the table, what was the rate of change between Thursday and Friday. So start with the larger day, which is Friday, ends up with 8. So we've got 8 minus our smaller day is Thursday, which is 0, divided by how many days difference between Thursday and Friday? Well, just one. 8 minus 0 is 8, divided by 1. 8 divided by 1 is 8. Difference of 8 shells per day. All right, to figure out how many vacation days she has left to use, Vicki looked over the old calendars to figure out how many days of vacation she had taken each year. We want to use this given table to figure out the rate of change between 2011 and 2014. So we need to start with the bigger year, which is 2014. There were 32, minus the smaller year, which is 2011, is 41. Now, do notice you have to start with bigger year and then smaller year, okay? I didn't look at the bigger number. I didn't go 41 minus 32. I went bigger year and then smaller year. And then divided by how many years are between 2011 and 2014. Well, there's 1, 2, 3. Then if at any point you do need a calculator, which this one might be when you might need it, you can do your 32 minus 41. You get negative 9 divided by 3. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. So negative 3 vacation days per year. All right, we'll go through one more together, and then hopefully you have a pretty good idea of how to do this first IXL. So we've got our drama department recorded how long the annual school play lasted each year. Using the table that we have, what's the rate of change between 2006 and 2007? So our bigger year is 2007, which we had 91, minus the smaller year is 2006, which is 75, all divided by 2006 to 2007 is 1 year. Now, once again, remember, you start with the bigger year, does not necessarily have to have the bigger Y value, okay? So we do 91 minus 75 is 16, divided by 1 is 16.